it's your host Dezel from MyVineSpot.com coming to you today to celebrate Cabernet Day. Cabernet Day was put together by our friends out west, Rick Bacchus of St. Supery. And my understanding is people all over our great globe are celebrating on Twitter, on blogs, on Facebook by sharing what they're drinking. Now what I'm drinking is from a local producer, and they're called Mount Fair Vineyards. I know the label's a little beat up, but I assure you the wine is good. Mount Fair Vineyards is located out in Crozet, which is in Charlottesville, hosting Cider Wine Bloggers Conference 11. And two reasons why I picked this wine, well, three. First, it's Cabernet Day, and the tasting was open to Cabernet Franc-based blends. Second, the wine is delicious. And third is because I think that the Bordeaux-style blend is, as a consumer, it's one of our best opportunities to pull off something that's consistent in quality from vintage to vintage. So why do I say that? I say that because if you're not in Virginia, then you may not know that the growing season from year to year, it could be very random. We get a lot of precipitation here during harvest season. You know, Mother Nature, she pitches some wicked balls at these wine growers. Spit balls, fast balls, curve balls. But, you know, her most wicked, her most evil ball is the rain ball. And she can make it rain, let me tell you. So when you look at a wine like this, that's 50% Cabernet Franc, 25% Merlot, 20% Petit Verdot, and 5% Malbec, then we're looking at great varieties that ripen early and ripen late. So what happens sometimes during harvest season when Mother Nature walks up to the plate and pitches these rainbows is that you may have some early ripening grapes that come in less than stellar, and your late ripening grapes, well, they're just fine. Or vice versa. Any way it goes, you know, if you're putting all your eggs in a basket for Cabernet Sauvignon to be of a particular quality and style every year in Virginia, then, you know, that's just not going to happen. So what you can do is that you take your stellar grapes, like your early ripening grapes, and you blend them judiciously with your grapes that just did okay. And, you know, with that, you can pull off a very high quality wine. It may not be of the same style as previous year, but you will have consistency and quality for the guys doing it right. And it's a number of guys that's blending them up, they're getting them right, and they're very consistent in quality, not style, year after year. So for varietals like Cabernet Sauvignon, Petit Verdot, even Cabernet Franc, you know, from year to year, you will get some vintage variation in the bottle. And that's just how it goes. There's certain years when things don't come in ideal, and my humble opinion is that through blending these Bordeaux varieties, you can achieve some very nice wines. Just don't hang your hat on consistency in style. For those guys out there that's making a wine that's really pushing consistency in style, despite what Mother Nature might toss them, I think that those winemakers are literally making wine. So let's talk a little bit about this wine. This is the Mount Fair 2006 inaugural. This was their first vintage. And I found these guys at a wine festival last year in September, and I was blown away by their reds. And we had a little bloggers meetup. We went out to the winery and had a fantastic time. And since that time, I've been enjoying their wines. So let's give this a pour. And just by looking at it, we have a nice medium garnet color on this wine. Let's give it a swirl and sniff. Picking up some nice raspberry, blackberry spice, a little cracked pepper, and cedar. One thing, I can smell the brightness in this wine. That's one other thing about Virginia wines. We tend to make more bright, supple wines. This wine is what, 12% alcohol, so it got a low alcohol wine, got some brightness with the acidity, got good fruit flavors. So these wines typically go well with food. So when you think of like a wine like Pinot Noir, you know, think about Virginia wine because they're bright, they're supple, and they go very well with a number of food dishes. So let's give it a sip. Nice, smooth, supple texture. Aromas come through on the palate. A bit of spice. Nice medium length finish. Very nice wine. So I'm planning on getting in the kitchen and cooking a little bit. I just wanted to get my plug in for Cabernet Day. And again, this is Mount Fair Vineyards in Crozet, Charlottesville, Virginia, hosting site of Wine Bloggers Conference 11. When I put this on Twitter, I will put their Twitter handle. They have a young lady that's doing an exceptional job for them in social media. We have 160 plus wineries in Virginia. Probably 80% of them are active on Twitter, but small percentage of them are engaged. Looking for a role model Virginia wineries? Check out Mount Fair. That lady's doing a great job. Big ups to Fritz the winemaker. The guy's making some very nice Virginia wines. And hope to visit you guys soon. I hear you have a new tasting room. You have a lot of things going on. When I visited last year, the views there, they're amazing. So I hope to sit out, enjoy some wine, talk to you guys. And again, friends, I'm Dezel, your host of MyVineSpot.com, coming to you today with my Cabernet pick. Cheers. See you soon. Bye-bye.